Okay, this is why Drake is winning and Kendrick is losing. This is why all big rappers and big rapper outlets are saying Drake is winning and Kendrick is losing. Drake didn't win, Kendrick didn't lose, because Kendrick can still respond and take the W. Y'all think Kendrick won because the world or the West Coast, he's the people's champ. I didn't know how much people hated Drake until this happened. He's the people's champ. That's why Kendrick's winning. He has the people's vote. But from a strictly rap perspective, this is why your favorite celebrities are telling you Drake is winning and Kendrick has to respond. Kendrick drops the first diss. Not a full song, just like a couple bars, right? Drake, all the dogs, right? Not a bad jab, right? To initiate. Drake drops push-ups. I'm like, ooh, I don't know how Kendrick's gonna respond to this. Does Kendrick respond? He needs an angle. I'm thinking if he's gonna respond, he needs to know something about Drake. So he responds with some, I have dirt on you, Drake. You might want to stop. It's not bad. Had some cool bars in there. As a song, as a whole, it didn't flow to me like that. I had to hear it like 30 times for me to be like, all right, I like it now. But for the single bars, it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. Drake dropped. I listened to the first 2 minutes. I'm like, yo, he's killing him. And then he sped it up. And I was like, he just ruined the whole song. It wasn't a good diss to me. The first 2 minutes and like the last minute was okay. I was like, he's gonna have a hard time recovering. 30 minutes later, Kendrick drops. And it's really good. He's talking about BBL Drizzy. He posts the cover art to the fact that Drake got work done on himself. Talks about Drake has another hidden child and that Drake is associated with PDFs. I don't know if I believe the other child, but in my mind, I'm like, look, if this child gets verified, Drake's done. I don't even know if he can make another song again. He's just done. Hour later, Kendrick drops again, more personal. This one was extremely good. My jaw dropped to the floor like those old Looney Tune cartoons. Man, that boy talked about some. Drake's mom, your son should die. Drake's dad, your son should die. Drake's son, your father should die. I'm like, yo, Kendrick hates this dude. And then he drops a few hours later with another banger. West Coast. I'm West Coast. We got some over here we call the two-step. He dropped that West Coast, LA Bay Area type sound, like mixed all together. I'm like, Kendrick he called Drake a master manipulator. This dude's manipulating the public and it's flawless. I didn't like it initially, like the song, it was cool. Again, I had to hear it 30 times to like it though, that's the thing. But I knew it was catchy because I had the chorus stuck in my head for the past few days. I thought Drake was done. I said there's nothing he can say. He can't say anything to Kendrick. There's no way he can come back. I didn't fathom for a second that the mole, because I thought Drake had a mole, so I thought Drake's own people were turning on him, the public was turning on him, Kendrick, who's the people's champ, says everybody don't mess with him. I'm thinking, bro's done. Your friends don't even like you. Drake drops the last one. Drake was talking about, I gave you all that information. I gave you all that misinformation about the daughter. I bet he believes it. I bet he runs with it. You guys don't understand these Kendrick fanatics. You don't understand how powerful that song was. You don't understand. The bars were good, delivery, everything was good. But here's the thing. Drake sent Kendrick a Trojan horse. Kendrick showed so much discontent and hate for Drake. He confirmed none of it. He hates Drake so much, any bad news or possible rumors he hears, he just spits out. And we saw that from the disses that Kendrick made from the misinformation Drake gave him. Bro got master manipulated by the master manipulator. He called the master manipulator. This discredits any and almost everything Kendrick has to say about Drake because it shows what he's fueled by. This guy hates Drake. This guy hates Drake. It's hard to believe somebody when they hate someone this much, but he's the people's champ. And the public love to find somebody to make a monster. Doesn't matter if they're a monster or not. The public's it doesn't matter what you say. They made their mind up. But from a rap perspective, Drake decimated him. And when he brought up the PDF accusation and said, Kendrick, I heard your song where you talked about where you got PDF'd and your mama didn't believe you. Oh, now it all makes sense why you're so obsessed with this PDF angle. When Drake said that, I said, this boy just did the impossible. This boy did the impossible. If Drake wasn't the mole the whole time, it would have been over. If Drake wasn't the mole the whole time, it would have been over. The fact that he was the mole the whole time discredited Kendrick, and then there was no other way to come back, and he did it. If Kendrick doesn't respond, he knows, from a rapper perspective, he knows he's won the public over. But as a rapper, he knows he has to respond to that record. If he doesn't, the real master manipulator is Kendrick. He has the people's vote, the people's opinion. If he just wanted the popularity contest, I guess he got it. But from a rap perspective, and that boy's a rapper. He has to, and he's going to respond. If he doesn't, he's playing some 48 Laws of Power, and it's not respected by MCs. You got the public. MCs will not respect it. Everybody in the MC world is gonna know Drake won. But all Kendrick has to do is respond. And what he needs to do is come from another angle that's not strictly PDF. He needs, I don't even know. He needs to hit him with an angle that discredits Drake. So we're probably gonna have to wait a couple more days. I don't know how long he's gonna need to get, but he needs, it's more than bars and hits in the people's opinion. He needs that angle. If he can debunk everything Drake said in that last thing, okay. If he doesn't say anything, Drake got that boy. Drake got that boy from the jump. And that's why people are saying Drake is winning and Kendrick is losing. Most of everybody else is public opinion. And a lot of public opinion is whatever everybody else thinks is what I'm going to think, because that means that's the right thing. And when I say people are going to make a monster out of somebody, it doesn't matter what they say, it doesn't matter what they do, it doesn't matter what actually happens. If someone wants you to be a monster in their mind and it's a collective, the cult's going to speak. And they'll do this thing. I see this all the time. It's funny because we criticize news outlets and stuff for doing this, but people do this too. So it's human nature, I guess, to be manipulative. But if anybody speaks on behalf of the other party, they try to associate that person as well with false claims of whatever they want the monster to be. Oh, you're going to defend the monster? That means you're like the monster. I just wanted to drop this. I don't know if y'all care about the whole history, but this is why Drake is winning. He did the impossible. He did the impossible. Kendrick has to respond, or he lost. He lost the rap battle. He won the popularity contest. That's it.